What is going on, everybody? We have just finished the Game Week 25 deadline, which is now been and gone. We've had our transfers, our captaincy locked in. For anyone that was watching me on my stream, I was and ahhing over a Danny Ings transfer in for a -4, which never happened in the end because I tried to do it and then I realised it was deadline and the game was locked in. And pretty much as soon as the deadline had passed, obviously everyone locking in their wildcards and all that good stuff, the Premier League have announced new fixtures. So all those kind of fixtures we thought were going to be put in to Double Game Week 26, Double Game Week 27 have pretty much happened, right? So just going to do a bit of a quick reaction stream. Obviously, there's nothing we can do now to change our Double Game Week 25 teams. Anyway, they are locked in. All this is going to be talked about, next week for Game Week 26, right? When we see what happens in 25 and then get through to Game Week 26 basically and make all our decisions. So I'm going to go through, basically this is the article that's on site right now, so I'm just going to go through to show you what's been announced basically. So these are the Double Game Week 26 fixtures. These are the fixtures that have been announced. Obviously there's some that were already in Game Week 26 and there's some that have been added since, right? And most of these are from FA Cup postponements. So the teams that went through to the next round of the FA Cup, their matches in 29 are going to be blanks basically, and fixtures have been rearranged in 26 to play that instead. So who's playing twice? This is the key thing now. So Aston Villa playing twice. Obviously, for anyone that was on Twitter, there was a bit of a rumour going around, and probably on the Fantasy Football Scout boards as well, about Grealish potentially being out. There's no official confirmation on that. I don't want to scaremonger anyone. But if he's fit, it's Leeds away and Sheffield United away. Decent fixture. Burnley, there's probably quite a few people with like Ben Mee, Nick Pope, etc. left over from the last double in 24. Maybe Loughton as well. They got Spurs away and Leicester at home. Not that easy, but they've got a double nonetheless. Chelsea one's difficult. Hang on a second. I should have definitely got more water before I put this up. Chelsea are playing Man United at home and I've lost the mic again. Man United at home, Liverpool away. So it's pretty tricky, but again, they have got a double. Palace, Fulham at home, Man United at home, not great. The Everton one is decent, like proper decent. Southampton at home and West Brom away. I don't own any Everton players, but I will definitely be looking to see if Calvert-Lewin is an option for that one. Fulham one, not bad. Crystal Palace away, Spurs at home, Leicester, Arsenal at home, Burnley away, and they do have pretty good fixtures after that as well, especially from a defensive point of view. So Ricardo, Castagna, if they get through Game Week 25, I would definitely be looking at them. Obviously, Jamie Vardy as well. Liverpool have got Sheffield United away and Chelsea at home. Not the most ideal double game week, but obviously players like Salah can do it against anyone, so still pretty decent for them. Man City's is quite good. West Ham and Wolves on their day can defend pretty well, but I don't think you'd back against Man City scoring a few goals in those games. Man United, a bit like Liverpool, have got to play Chelsea, which isn't ideal, but they also have to play Crystal Palace, which is a great fixture. So that could be looking good for Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, etc. Sheffield United, pretty tricky. Liverpool at home, Villa at home. Spurs, Burnley at home, Fulham away. I mean, we've got to think as well that a lot of people are going to look to use triple captains in this game week. So potentially Kane, Son against Burnley and Fulham. You could use it on Salah, Fernandes, or even like De Bruyne if he comes through. Because obviously before this happens, for a lot of teams, you've got Game Week 25 to get through and like Champions League and stuff. So if De Bruyne comes through, the Arsenal game, the Mönchengladbach game as well, I thought I was going to get that name wrong then. He could be an option for triple captain this week potentially. West Brom, obviously Diagne's looking good up front. Brighton at home, Everton at home, and then Wolves with Newcastle away and Man City away. So that is the Game Week 26 fixtures. For Double Game Week 27, obviously most of these fixtures we already know about. The one that's been rearranged is Man City versus Southampton. So if you bought in Danny Ings for Game Week 24, he's going to double... for Game Week 25, he's going to double in 25, only play once in 26, but then play twice again in 27. So Man City will play Man United and Southampton at home. So again, there's going to be a lot of Man City captains that week. And then Southampton are Sheffield United away and Man City away. So pretty tricky games, to be honest, for Ings. But if you bought him in for 25, he now has 5 fixtures in 3 game weeks. So those extra fixtures will probably add up pretty nicely. And then the last kind of big news is blank Game Week 29. So because of all the FA Cup postponements... we only had 3 matches in there. So that was the first 3. Brighton versus Newcastle, Fulham versus Leeds, West Ham versus Arsenal. We knew those were going to be on, but there was lots of rumours that Villa versus Spurs would get put in this week as well, and that's exactly what's happened. So if anyone's holding on to Spurs players, Villa and Leeds players in particular, I know a lot of people are, maybe some West Ham as well, they're all going to play in blank Game Week 29, and therefore you might not need your free hit. So if you hold on to your free hit, you could use it somewhere else, like Game Week 33, for example. You could potentially use it in double Game Week 26 as well, or maybe one of the smaller double Game Weeks. So there's lots of ways and routes you can go through this, but that is the news. That is what is literally broken on the double Game Week 25 deadline. Let's see what's in the chat. I'm so angry with them. Andy's still sweating. That was a horrible deadline stream for sure. Epic trolling from the Premier League. Why did they wait till the deadline? I don't know. Keeps it interesting, absolutely. I bought in Rafinha and Bobby Reed for Smith Rowe and Antonio. Fingers crossed. Good luck. Got lucky, no Ings for me. I mean, I still think Danny Ings could be fine, but it's just in those 5 game weeks, right? He has to play Chelsea, Man City and Sheffield United. They're not the greatest fixtures for goals. That's the only thing that kind of keeps me happy enough that I haven't bought him, but I almost try to, you know. Just bought innings for DCL. We've got any reaction to the fixtures? Let me see here. You love it. City good fixtures. Yeah, I mean, I've just taken out Gundogan. The first thing I'm probably going to do in Game Week 26 is get a Man City player back, because in Game Week 27 I'm definitely captaining someone from Man City. I'm very tempted to go for De Bruyne triple captain in 26, because I definitely want a third Man City for Game Week 27. And so why would I not just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and just do it now? So we'll see. That's an interesting option. Started Luka Dean over Diaz. Interesting decision. Ings is still a decent enough move, I think. Yeah, absolutely. The reason I didn't do it is because, well, okay, I say I didn't do it. I tried to do it. I almost did. But obviously Watkins, for example, is another option. And Calvert-Lewin, they both have better fixtures in Game Week 26. And then you could swap one to Ings if you really wanted to in 27. So potentially you only miss out on 1 fixture then. But obviously it's a lot more transfers to do. I legit panicked so hard not knowing who to bench out of Gundogan, De Bruyne and Barnes. Yeah, be interesting. Which one did you go for? I wouldn't want to be. Benching Calvert-Lewin, that's for sure. Gundogan will play deeper again with De Bruyne back. But if you look at the fixtures before De Bruyne got injured, Gundogan was scoring goals, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm definitely going to decide what to do next week. I mean, having Gundogan and De Bruyne is definitely an option for sure. Are you getting Kane for double Game Week 26? Potentially. I'm going to worry about all that next week now. It was stressful enough getting locked in for Game Week 25. I do wonder if there's a way I can get De Bruyne and Gundogan for like Rafinha and Fernandes and maybe drop Stones, but I feel like it would probably cost me a -8. So I'm not sure. Switching from double City defence to attack looks like a really good option over the coming weeks. Yeah, potentially. Yeah. I think Gundogan, if Gundogan keeps starting with De Bruyne back, I think they're really good options for sure. Triple Villa looks amazing. Yeah, I mean, Leeds away and Sheffield United away is pretty good fixtures. Like, if Grealish is fit and all these rumours are not true, then him and Watkins look great, I think, for this week. Let me have a look here. Oh, yeah, we've got the... We've got the Leeds and Wolves lineups in a second. I might stay until that and then just see what happens. Hopefully Bamford and Co are all starting. How do you feel about Wolves after the blank? They have some tasty looking fixtures. Yeah, I think I've been saying now for most of this week, there's some really good fixture swings in Game Week 31. I think Arsenal, Leicester, Wolves all get good. Man City continue being pretty good. Liverpool's are good too. And you can get rid of the likes of Villa and Leeds who just have bad fixtures. If I had a wild card, I definitely would think about saving it till 31 if I could. If your team looked good for 25 and 26, for sure. So yeah, would I use the wild card next week? Depends what shape your team is in. Imagine in a few minutes if it shows Bamford not starting. Hopefully it won't. Look, I'm going to leave that there anyway. Obviously, it's just a little bit of a reaction. It's good that we got the news. It's a shame we got the news so late. But there's lots. Basically, there's a massive double game week to come next week. That should be exciting, right? None of this rubbish where we've only got 2 or 3 extra fixtures and therefore everybody captains the same player. Next week, you can make an argument for De Bruyne, for Kane, for Son, for Fernandes, for Vardy. You know, for Salah, for Mane, there's lots of different captaincy options next week, and I think that'll be much more exciting. So these are the players that are playing twice. If you want to read more about this, head on over to fantasyfootballscout.co.uk, and keep in mind there is going to be double game week 27 as well. So lots of good stuff to keep an eye on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll have content all of next week talking about it, and hit that like button as well. And I'm going to go off and enjoy some dinner, and maybe go and enjoy the Leeds game, considering I've got 3 players hopefully in there, Dallas, Bamford and Rafinha. Have a good weekend. We will see you next week, and thanks for tuning in.